Hi, are you looking for an introductory tutorial in Python? If yes, then you have come to the right place, my friend. In this video, we'll be starting with Python 101, which is variables in Python. We'll be covering what are variables, what are the different types available, and we'll discuss in depth about the most commonly used types. So, let's go! To understand variables, let's imagine a scenario. Suppose you are going to a meeting and you meet somebody new and they're sharing their number. What will you do? Will you memorize it? No, right? You will take out your phone, save their number so that you can contact them in future. Isn't it? That's what variables are. Variables are like stored containers where you can save some information so that you can use that in the future. There are so many types of variables available in Python, like integers, floats, strings, booleans, complex numbers, dates, and so much. In this video, we'll be covering on the most commonly used types of variables, which are integer, float, strings, and booleans. Let's move to our Python code to understand that in detail. Let's create our first variable. Let me call it x and let me assign the value 5 to it. And now let me print the value of x. Here we can see the value 5 has been stored to x. Let me now rewrite this value as x is equals to 1000. Now if I print x, we can see 1000 has been stored in x now. We should know that Python is case sensitive. Let me create a variable called capital X and let me write it as capital X is equals to 6. Now let's print the value of capital X. And if I print the value of small x, we can see it's still 1000 because Python treats small x and capital X as two different variables. Let's move to how can we name a variable. Suppose I want to create a variable called annual salary. What should I do? Can I write it at annual space salary is equals to 150,000? No, because it gave me a syntax error. To name it, I can either remove the space and save it like this, or I can write annual underscore salary and then it can be considered as another variable. Please note this variable and this variable are two different names. As mentioned earlier, we create these variables in Python so that we can use them in the future. Let's create one more variable called months is equals to 12. And suppose if I want a monthly salary, let me write it as annual salary divided by months. We can see that it has done the calculation 150,000 divided by 12. That's why it's returning 12,500. We can also save this information in a new variable called monthly underscore salary. Let's write it as monthly underscore salary equal to, and now if I print the value of this variable, voila. So these are the first two types of variables which we have got, which is integer. So let's write over here type bracket months, it's an int. And now let's write type bracket monthly salary. This is float. In Python, we can also do multiple assignment of variables. What do I mean by that? So let's write a comma b equal to 2 comma 3. Then what Python will automatically do, it will assign the first value to a and second value to b. If I print the value of a, it is 2, and if the value for b is 3. Let's talk about another data type, which is strings. Strings are nothing but text variables. Let's call it my underscore string equal to hello. And if I check the type of my underscore string, it is str, which indicates it's a text variable. We can also filter strings. Example, if I write my string square bracket 0, it will give me the first letter of the string. One thing to note over here, in Python, the counting doesn't start from 1. The counting starts from 0. That's why when we are writing my string square bracket 0, In human language, it is returning the first alphabet from that string. Let's write my string square bracket 1. Then it will return E. Similarly, for square bracket 2, it will return L. Let's see what it does when we are writing it as my string square bracket minus 1. It returns the last letter, which is O. Similarly, if I write my string square bracket minus 2, it's going to return me second last letter, which is L. You know, we can also do some kind of arithmetic operations with strings. However, they are not like numbers. Let's write print my string multiplied by 2. It is going to repeat our string 2 times. Similarly, if I write my string plus 2, can I do that? No, because it returns an error. However, what we can do, my string plus 2. So it is now considering 2 as a text and it can return this thing. So it has returned hello 2. Alternatively, we can also do my string plus ABCD. So it has returned hello ABCD. Our last data type is Booleans. Booleans are somewhat related to strings, but they are not strings. A Boolean is a true or false value. Let's write a Boolean like x is equals to true. It seems like string, but the very big difference is it does not have any kind of quotes. So let me just check the type of x over here. It's a Boolean. Similarly, another Boolean is false. So let me create y is equals to false. And if I again check the type of y, it is Boolean. So that was all about variables in Python. If this video was useful to you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And do let us know in the comments below what else you would love to learn. Until then, see you soon.